Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Pastor Greg Pufall here. One reminder before we get into our devotion. As we are now into the month of December, I would encourage you to continue to look at our Faith Alive, as well as go ahead and look at our website for the many different announcements that will be there, especially pertaining to all the different services that we have throughout this entire month, and there are a lot of them. Wonderful opportunities for us to gather as brothers and sisters and be able to prepare our hearts to celebrate the birth of Jesus. You hear that word a lot. Prepare. Maybe you've already prepared meals for people. Maybe you had people over for Thanksgiving and you had to prepare meals for them. Or maybe you are thinking about preparing meals for people at Christmas time. Maybe you're preparing to have people over for a party or preparing to go somewhere. Maybe you prepare your homes by decorating the outside, decorating the inside. Maybe you prepare by going Christmas shopping early, beat the crowds. There are many different ways in which we prepare in this time of year. And it can get very stressful, especially as you see the times and the days ticking by and you realize you haven't prepared enough. And then you come to church. And church reminds you we also need to prepare. It's really what the message has been about for the last month and will continue to be about for the next weeks to come. We prepare our hearts. And of course, as we watch that Advent wreath and the candles being lit one after another, we know that we are preparing our hearts to celebrate that birth of our Savior. And then I come to you with another message about being prepared. And you just feel that anxiety and you wonder, how much more preparing can I possibly do? Why all this preparing? Maybe you're thinking to yourself, I haven't been prepared. There was a poem that was given to me that would reminded me of this, and I'm only going to read a part of it to you. It's, "'Twas the night that Jesus came. 'Twas the night Jesus came, and all through the house not a person was praying, not one in the house. The Bible was left on the shelf without care, for no one thought Jesus would come there. The children were dressing to crawl into bed, not once ever kneeling or bowing their head. And Mom in the rocking chair with baby on her lap was watching the late show as I took a nap. When out of the east there rose such a clatter, I sprang to my feet to see what the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and lifted the sash. When what to my wondering eyes should appear, but angels proclaimed that Jesus was here. The light on his face made me cover my head. Was Jesus returning, just like he said? And then I'll skip to the end. In the words of the poem, the meaning is clear. The coming of Jesus is now drawing near. There's only one life, and when comes to the last call, we'll find out the Bible was true after all. I know you trust that. The part that I skipped, it goes into how the person that was writing this did it from the perspective of someone who wasn't prepared. And I skipped that on purpose for you. You see, I understand that in your hearts right now, as you are watching this, maybe you are thinking, how do I know if I'm prepared enough? All I hear is we got to keep preparing our hearts, but maybe I don't think about it all the time. Maybe I'm not preparing. Does that mean I'm not going to be ready? I want to ease your heart. Yes, we come, and we come to prepare our hearts. We want to celebrate the joys of Christmas. We want to be filled once again of that awe and wonder that our God would come here in order to rescue us. But did you know that all the preparation is already done? Think about it. What do you have to do for your salvation? What do you have to do for your forgiveness? What do you have to do to earn God's love? Nothing. It's all done. And not only that, but I wanted to read a Bible passage to you from Matthew chapter 25. And Jesus says this, "Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world.'" It's already prepared. It's already done. It's already yours. God, that King, Jesus, is coming. And that's that's the one for whom we are preparing our hearts. And yes, we do that by reading the Bible. We do that by coming to church. We do that by singing songs and hearing messages. We do that simply by watching a candle too, being lit And having that reminder every single week we come to church that we are one day, 1 week closer to celebrating once again the birth of our Savior. Yes, we prepare our hearts, but the one who has already prepared us is Jesus. It's all been done. The work is finished, it's accomplished, it's done for you. And now heaven, since the beginning of creation, heaven has been prepared for you. So I understand we hear that word prepared, it feels like we got to do a lot more work. The work's done. So just come and celebrate what has already been prepared for you.